This is well beyond the photographic realm. But I don't want anyone to forget, if you look at this book, Who Shot Ya? This man has documented and chronicled all of hip hop. We got the beginning with James Brown. I don't know, how many of you guys flipped through this book? How many of you guys have this book?
The book's available as an ebook.
The Cold Crush
I am
Brothers.
not trying to sell that book because I don't get any royalties. And the reason I don't get any royalties from the ebook or from the book is because I hit him so hard in the behind when the money was being counted. And after years of decades of telling rappers, get your money up front, because later they're going to be counting the money anytime somebody else counts your money. One for me and one for you. One for me. So I got my money up front. So it'll be probably another 100 years before I recoup. But get your money up front. So I'm not trying to push the book on you, but it is a good book. It's worth having, and it's, as I said, as an ebook.
Upstairs, we could only showcase a few of the images, but here, the Jungle Brothers, Kid Capri, you got Will Smith, you got...
Will Smith at 17.
Will Smith at 17 years old in this book right here. I'll pass this around.
You leaving? Oh. Well, Poochie, thank you for coming. I'm sorry you have to leave. And she gets more pretty every day. Look at her.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm going to pass this book around. It's my copy. It's a signed copy. Please make sure that it hits my hands when it comes back. Or otherwise, Ernie's going to come find you.
I got my own copy.
But if you've seen it already, pass it on. I want people who have not seen that book to realize how many photographs this man has taken. I'll tell you, he invited me to his house in New Jersey. I went to his house, and I'm sitting with my wife in his house, and he starts to pull out these archives. I don't even know, in the room that I'm sitting in, I don't even know that the whole thing is actually a filing system. And he starts pulling these open, this filing system. He says, you want to see a shot of Queen Latifah? I'm like, yeah, I'd love to see a shot of Queen Latifah. Pulls out one binder, labeled Queen Latifah. All slides. Okay, slide after slide after slide after slide of Queen Latifah. I'm like, okay, great. It's incredible. Like looking at it, I'm like, oh, that's the shot that you used. I give it back to him. He's like, I'm not done yet. Pulls out 3 more books. Queen Latifah has documented pretty much everyone you can name and has the photographs and the stories to tell. So while we're talking about the United Nations, we're talking about Zulu Nation, we're talking about all of this, beyond the photograph, we can't forget that this man is a legendary photographer as well.
What makes you powerful and legendary and iconic is what you do for your community, what you do for your brothers and sisters, and what you do for humanity. All the rest of it looks nice. I got awards and all that trophies. They're cold. You touch them, they don't have a pulse. It's what you do. It's when you get a letter or a call or an email saying, brother, it's been a year and I have not had any alcohol in that year. I've not been high in a year. I left the gang. I haven't got into a fight. I haven't been in jail for 3 years. That is an honor. And that is your power. So all of the other stuff is a tool. You use your camera as a tool, but you also use it as a weapon. And you touch one another. We have forgotten how to touch one another. We think, you know, we emailed somebody. An email doesn't have a pulse. You don't know how many people have reached out to me on Facebook. It's when you see them and you embrace them and you touch them, smell them, hear them, listen to them, feel their heartbeat. That's something. This internet, everybody's, you know, it's like professional wrestling. Everybody's got these, you know, names and cool double C or, you know, come on. His name is Charlie Ferguson, not cool double C, you know.
If you haven't got your Brother Ernie hug yet, make sure you get a real Brother Ernie hug before you depart. This photograph here was taken when you spoke on behalf of hip-hop at the United Nations.
In May of 2001, I warned America that it had become too proud. And I warned that America had hurt the planet and that hubris and pride and ego destroy you. And I warned of what would happen a few months later on September 11th. if you watch that video, if you watch what I said and talked about the landlords of this earth, which is indigenous people and their treatment, and how we need to love this earth and respect this earth and respect one another on this earth. So a lot of people are talking about hip-hop this and hip-hop that. I don't think I mentioned hip-hop. And I was the keynote speaker at the peace treaty for the Temple of Hip Hop, but I don't think I mentioned hip hop. I think I spoke a little bit deeper that day because I knew what was about to happen. And you don't have to be geniuses to know what's going to happen here in a few years. And on this earth, with fracking and the pipeline and so on and so forth. Okay, think about that. And while you're all being humored by Rob Ford, they're fracking and you need to really, really, really check what they say. Check it, because things are about to happen here in this earth. And all the earth, Mother Earth got to do is cough, and we're all out in space somewhere.
I'm always so thankful when I get the opportunity to spend any time with this man, and I want to open it up. I know he and I can speak for hours, sometimes we do. So this is a space for all of us. I know there's a lot of great people in the room as well, so if you have any questions or any thoughts that you want to share, feel free, just come grab a mic.
And let me tell you something, I'm up here now speaking with you, not to you, I'm speaking with you. I'm going to get down off here and be with you. I'm not that person that, you know, comes, does the talk and leaves. When I go to a community, I stay there for a week, and Grizz can tell you, I build with the people. Because my labor is not just with the camera, it's with the people. This sister here, Paula, you know, different people, they know me, Joseph, Tricks. People know that I go into the community, I work in that community, I love the people. Their brothers and sisters here know my spirit. Anybody can get up here and say anything. It's like a rapper, you know. This week he's conscious, next week, you know, come on. But when you do it for 40 years or 50 years and touch people and heal people, and a warrior for justice and truth, that takes a little bit more than just being up here on a microphone, you know, with fancy lights and, you know, no. That's where my power is with the people. And that's what we have to get back into, is that connectivity between us. Oh, we're all connected. No, the internet is not connecting anything except information from us to the beast that's so frightful because they're 6,000 years are up. And they know it. We need to build this community. We need, as a matter of fact, I'm kind of angry with you in Toronto, and I'll tell you why. When I came here in 2009, they didn't have all these condos that go up and touch the sky. And if you people had gotten together and pulled your money, I don't mean millionaires, $100, $200, $300, $400, you could have bought some of these buildings and not have them converted into condos that go up to the sky. And not have the crane that does that as your national bird. Now think about this, that's gentrification. They're putting people in there that are not us. And displacing us, and where are we going to go? We need to really look at that, man, and I don't see Torontonians doing what they're supposed to do to stop that. Oh, it's good, it got us jobs. Yeah, okay. I don't see as many trees. Damn, I walk through the street sometimes, I don't even get sunshine because the buildings are so tall they're blocking the sun, causing vitamin D deficiency. And that's because of CSDS, which is common sense deficiency syndrome. Please ask questions. I'm here. I'm not always going to be here. While I'm here, ask the question. Maybe I can plant a seed and you can replant it somewhere else. We need to have more meetings like this, not just with the arts, but with us as communal figures. And people call me an activist or a leader or an artist. Yeah, those are labels. I'm a human being. I'm a brother. I'm a man. Think about that. And Are we all living up to our potential? Are we doing what we're supposed to do as human beings to organize, feed people? And remember, the person that's hungry today, you might be sitting next to them tomorrow. What are we doing about that? What are we doing to create an arts environment, and not just to have fancy pictures, but where we link? This brother's doing it with Manifesto. He's doing it to death. You all know about Manifesto. When Dalton was there at Harborfront, he made that as political as humanly possible. You all have the power to do that. Think about that and feed into that. Go ahead. Any questions? Anything. I don't care what.